Alright everyone, welcome back to your Brigandine help guide for weapons, armor, and items. I am veracitytrigger, welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like down below and subscribe for more. There will be more videos coming out soon enough. But today we're going to go over edges. I wasn't sure whether to title this Dual Daggers or Edges. It's a very interesting name, but we're going to come over this and basically do this. So if you are used to the original Grand Edition game, you're going to be looking at this, and this is essentially going to be what I would probably consider a butterfly knife, or two ninja daggers. But in this game here, this is used by the Dancer class, and this is pretty exclusive, except for the fact that the mighty Tim, hailing from Holy Gustava Empire, can also wield this weapon here. But this is essentially wielded by the Dancer class. If we go ahead and check this out, or actually better yet, let's do this here. So the Dancer type class goes from Dancer to Rogue to Assassin, and it pretty much, this type of weapon is pretty exclusive to this class, except for Tim, like I just said just previously here. But we're going to check out all of the weapon pieces for this, and we're going to start with the weakest going to the strongest. And as you can see, there's 3 different tiers there. If you're not sure what's going on there, the color with the name is equivalent to the star on the end here as well, so it really just means the same thing. White gear is your normal gear defined, as far as rarity goes, and then the purple gear here is the second tier rarity, and then the gold gear or yellow gear or 3-star gear is the hardest gear to find. But we're going to go ahead and put some gear on here. You're going to see this change as we put this on here. So essentially the dark edges, all they really do is give you an extra purple dot for your attack. That gives you dark elemental for you to be able to attack holy elementals a little bit better. Let's go to the swift edges. Actually, you can see on the right, it's increasing our attack here. And let's go ahead and pop that on there. So see that we lose the purple orb once we equip this, and we actually gain 3 attack and 5 agility. I'd have to say it's probably a better piece of gear overall, because instead of just one little piece of gear to upgrade your attack against dark elementals, now you just have a basic extra 3 attack, which is so much better. So let's go to the light edges. It looks like we really don't get much except for a +8 accuracy. So if you're trying to see what's going on here, I'll just do a little circle here. But yeah, this really is just going to help you with your accuracy if you have a very not agile. If your Dancer is just not that agile, not much agility, so she's missing a lot, then you probably want to equip this. But that doesn't happen very often, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let's look at the steel edges here. We got a +8 attack, so this one's even better. Probably the best of these little white gear pieces here. We're going to look at this. As far as attack goes, now if you needed if you needed the accuracy bonus, the slight edges might be what you want. But so far, I'd have to say steel edges are the best that you can get as far as white gear is concerned. So let's move on and let's see what the purple gear here does. Let's put on the Dark Frost edges. So what could that possibly be? Well, Dark Frost, so evil and frost combined. That's why we get the blue and purple or dark orb up here. We get +7 agility, which is great, and a critical damage +5% modifier. So that's really a lot better. I'd have to say that's really good. So if you're looking for a good piece of purple gear, this might be it. But let's check out what this is compared to this. So it looks like we're losing agility here. Let's see what the stats are. We get some MP. So we're going from, look at that, that's very interesting. We went from purple and frost to holy flame. We literally, covered the gambit of elements there, except for the green. But we also get accuracy bonus too. So, there is that to denote. So really it depends on what you want to fight. If you're fighting something that's weak to red or weak to white, this might be the way you want to do it. And also the accuracy bonus in case, your Fimo kind of sucks at attacking whatever. Or let's say it's Tim. Let's say Tim has terrible agility, which he really doesn't. I'm just making an example. It's a terrible example. But let's say, for example, that Tim has to go out and fight Toby in a forest. You know, Toby kind of has the advantage there. It could help Tim hit Toby a little bit more. If you don't know about Toby, check out the Shinobi tribe and try playing as Toby. He's a bazoo, and I don't know what else to describe him as, but just go ahead and check it out. Anyways, Cursed Edges. Let's see what this does here. So we got double black. So that's going to kind of help us out with our attack, because the Dancer class is the Assassin class, is sort of the Ninja class, is kind of the Dark Elemental anyways. So it upgrades our, you know, Purple Orb Dark Elemental attack as a whole. So hitting Paladins, that's going to hurt them a lot. Plus 10 attack, and a little bonus of a plus 2% modifier for evasion. So that's pretty sweet, hey? Okay, let's look at some of this here. There's only 2 extra gold pieces here for your final tier set here, the Double Dragons. I think they may have taken that from the original Nintendo game, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong and off my rocker here. But what do we end up getting here? We get 3 green orbs, 30 MP in case you want to do more venoms and poisons and stuff, 5 agility, which is pretty cool. Let me just draw over the entire number, you know, for fun. I'd have to say this is a pretty good piece of gear overall. Critical rate, you know, as far as, I believe that's damage, but it could just be the critical rate percentage there, as far as what is, you know, that is concerned there. So this could help your Little Miss Ninja, you know, become a lot better because of the attack, the agility. Agility works, and if you're new to Brigandine, let me just tell you right now, agility works for your advantage for hitting and evading. It just is an overall number that helps with that. So if you have a higher agility than the enemy, typically you are more than likely going to be the one hitting and the one also dodging a lot better. But this is a pretty good weapon. It's pretty good gear. Let's check it out on her. If we just back out for a second here. So we're going to see that we've actually went from just 3 orbs to 6. And we've got green and purple. So we could hit up the paladins, and we could also damage giant snakes and things of that ilk. I'm sorry. But what you also notice here is there's a few extra things that have happened in this game. And this is always from the start, if you didn't notice this, compared to this right here. Whereas this gear is sort of highlighted and the other 3 pieces of gear are not highlighted. That essentially means that you are equipped with something as a sword-like, but as far as armor is concerned, that's not there. They also put this in here too, just to make it a little bit easier for people just looking at it really fast. But that's just something I'd figured I'd show you. Even though some of you probably already know this, but Double Dragons, we're going to compare them to the turfing here and see what the difference is here. So we're losing agility. If we look at the box on our right, we're losing the MP that we got from the 30 MP. We are gaining intelligence. We are gaining mobility, which means movement. We're losing the agility, but we're gaining even more attack. So this could be better than Double Dragon. Now, if I look at this here, and we just kind of look at this for a second, that mobility plus 3 dark elementals, that's basically means you're not diversifying too much. You're going straight for paladin kills, essentially, is what you're doing with this kind of weapon. Or a Rudo kill, although Emma is on Rudo's team, so I don't think that would happen. Unless you're playing the alternate chapter, then that probably would happen there. But we have a little more attack here. It's just 3, but it's a little more. Intelligence is also better. I'd have to say that this particular weapon might be better than a Double Dragon, just because there's more attack. Intelligence does help. It really depends if you're really hurting for an extra venom spell or not, and that's really what you're trying to go for. Then maybe I'd go for that. Or if you want to diversify by having green orbs added to your attack in order to be able to take down giant snakes and things like that. But other than that, I think this 1 extra mobility is going to make or break your ability to fight as a dancer, because you do sort of have a hit in a way, and you know, that sort of kind of movement, which would help you reposition into a better spot, potentially. So I think this is probably the best sword in the game for the Dancer class here, and that's sort of my thoughts on it, but you can tell me down below what you think is better. I'd like to hear your opinion on it, but we're going to go ahead and check out some of the bonuses here. We're going to see a little extra bonus as far as all the gears go. So let's look at this. You're going to see how the bonus on the right gets all jacked up, you know, versus when you don't, you know, have all the same set of gears. So if you're new to the game and you're not sure what's going on here, if you have all of the same, let's say you've got all of the same kind of gear here, you know, all of the same color or standard of gear, you're going to see an all-star bonus. It's just going to pop up here, and this, you know, increases your stats by what you're seeing on the right there. Now that does change a little bit depending upon the kind of gear that you have equipped, but let's put that on there and we'll get to see that all-star bonus is like sparkling now, and that's what we get with that. So let's go ahead and just make sure you're look at the top screen here, just make sure this all-star bonus is there, just so you know. But let's go ahead and put on some other gear here. Let's put on some purple gear and see what it looks like that way. I'll try to put on some gear that isn't doing too much stat changes, but okay, so you can see the change on the right as far as how much that goes up. So we're looking at a pretty big boost here. We're looking at a 7 strength point boost. And you can see everything else is just climbing from there for stats. So let's check out the best type of bonus that you can get here, just so you know. Let's put on the Ribbon of Ego. Let's put on the ancient stuff here. Let's put on this ancient thing too. And let's put on the turfing here. You can see how we're changing. We're literally gaining. You see how much attack we're gaining? Look at that. That is a 20-something plus boost to attack because of the all-star bonus. That is that is phenomenal. I gotta say that. If we don't have it, you see how much our defense goes up to. Intelligence goes up quite a lot, but that's because of that particular gear. But also mobility is going to go up just because of this sword. This sword doesn't do it, but you can see how this all-star bonus really like plays into helping you out as far as, you know, having gear is concerned. Now what I would have to say is play your hand the way you have to play it. If you do get an all-star bonus and it's the kind of knight or monster you really want to level and keep alive, then give them all the gear that you think is best for them. And that's my opinion on that. But as far as some of the best weapons go, I think the turfing sort of outdoes the double dragons. I think that if we had to choose one of these things here, I think I would probably personally take the cursed edges because of the attack, evasion +2. I think the cursed edges is the better sword, and I think overall the steel edges is the best white tier sword. So out of those tiers, you know, those are what I think are the best. And let me know in the comments down below what you think. You know, tell me your experiences with the ninja class. I'd like to hear it. And other than that, I've got more videos coming out. Probably the next one's going to be the bow. So the bow is equipped by the archers and centaurs as far as this game is concerned. So that's all I've got for you for today for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave some likes, leave some subscribes, and I'll see you in the next Brigandine guide video. Take care. Thanks for watching.